All right, guys, thanks for coming to this PvP series I'm going to start doing called F the Monkey. We're going to focus on small game PvP as well as manual piloting and tactics. Today we're going to go over the Boosher and Boosher links. This type of ship, its goal is to provide for Brave, in my ideology, is to provide booshes to standing fleet and also links, nano links to standing fleet. These two things paired together, as you can see in my ship down at the, I don't know if you're watching my stream, but my fittings down at the bottom. The ship I'm flying can provide speed, increased tackle range, as well as align time and agility to the fleet that it's working with, as well as micro jumps to the fleet. This enables everyone in the fleet to travel faster, to tackle out farther, and to get off grid quicker, as well as booshing the fleet up to 100 kilometers away, right? What does this mean? This means that those cheeky little nano gangs and wormholers that are laughing at us in Vedmax 100 km off will stop laughing the second we land in the middle of them and tackle their ass, right? Same thing with the ESS grid. Those guys that like to move and think they're elite and laugh at us at range, expecting us to feed with a few tricks and a little bit of organization, and within seconds we can be right on top of them, webbing, tackling, and scramming them and blapping their ass off the grid, right? The more booster pilots we have in a fleet, the further our range. So one booster is 100 kilometer range, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, and so on. So we can land on an ESS grid, and with a certain procedure, within seconds, we could be 400 kilometers from where we landed, right on top of any enemy gang. And I'm going to teach you guys not only how to do that trick, but a few other things that are useful with boosters, right? So let's talk about a booster. I'm not going to go over every command DESI. I'm going to go over the Bifrost, and it applies well for our intent to all the ships, right? So here is a standard alt backpack Bifrost, right? This Bifrost has all 3 command links enabled by these rigs right here. Small command processor rigs. Each one of these rigs allows you to add a second link module, right? So the ship itself, because of its traits, can use one command burst module. So the ship itself provides one, and the 2 rigs provide the other 2, allowing for a full suite of skirmish command links, right? That's the first aspect of the links Booshing Bifrost. The second critical component for this class is the micro jump field generator. This enables the jump. Now, this enables up to 25 ships, right there, 25 ships to take a boosh. It's what we call a boosh, a micro jump. The range on the micro jump is 100 kilometers, like I said before, and you have to be within 6,000 meters to take the boosh. All that's critical information. So we can move 100 kilometers, and we have to be within 6,000 meters of the boosher, and we can only take 25 people. It's critical, right? That is a standard boosher setup. Now, another important thing to know about command destroyers is each one has different bonuses. So the Bifrost, 2% bonus to shield command and skirmish command, burst effect and duration. So you'll focus on shield and skirm when piloting a Bifrost and fitting links. And Bifrost normally, and a good idea, is straight links. Go ahead and provide all 3 links to the fleet. Now if you take a Stork, Stork, 2% to shield and information. So if you're flying a Stork, you want to focus on shield command and information command for your links, right? A good combo Now, the best for small gang, standing, and nano, right? The chief, the ace of spades, the top dog is the Bifrost. Not only because it specializes in the skirmish links, which are the most important for nano gang, small gang, and standing, it's also the fastest. Simulate this. Look how fast I'm going. Oh, excuse me, I do have high-grade snakes, which I do use these a lot in standing, right? Because I'm an idiot, but I love them. But with high-grade snakes, it's 5,000, almost 5,500 meters per second. That's with the links. That's with the rapid deployment link going, right? And then if you add drugs, you're at 6,000. So if you add Quaif and Overclocker 3, you're going 6,000 meters per second. Now, if you take the implants off, you're going like 4K, right? That's still great. That's really, really fast. And that's the reason why the Bifrost is the king of command desi use in nano gangs. Now, that is not considering the Draugr, and we're not talking about the Draugr. The Draugr is an excellent, superb ship, but it's very expensive, especially when you want to maximize its efficiency and ability to provide support when outnumbered in a nano gang. So that's why we're not going to even cover that, because now we're talking 600 to 3 billion in terms of fit implants and everything else we got going on. So we're not even going to cover that. One of the best pairings, in my opinion, is Bifrost Stork. Reason being is because of this shield info. Let the Bifrost provide the 3 skirm links, and then pair a Stork that has at least 1 shield and 1 info link. You can go with like a harmonizing for resistances or an extension for extra buffer on the shield link, and then something that improves the scan res so that you can lock faster. This pair increases the tank of the entire fleet and can help you lock things on gates quickly, like when they're trying to burn out of the bubble because they've fucked up and chose not to crash gate. The information command boost link will enable the lock times of the entire fleet to be quicker, enabling you to get that damn long point or scram on faster because of your lock time will be quicker. Make sense? We're not going to go deep into links, but I do want to cover that. Does anyone have questions on links right now? Anybody? Like the skills you need to train, anything like that? Okay, cool. Another important thing about the links when piloting, because it can get difficult, especially when everyone's moving fast, 25-kilometer range. So only the members within 25 kilometers are going to receive the buff from your links on your ship. So they got to be within 25. And they don't have to stay within it. All they got to do is, when the burst goes off, be in that range, and then they can go off and do whatever they want. When the pilot down here towards your capacitor, there will be a symbol showing what links he's receiving. As a pilot, when you notice your timer's going down, you may want to dip back in close to your command desi, ask him when his next cycle's going off, receive that other boost, and then go right back out if you want. So that's the command destroyer. Now let's all go to JGAMP. Maybe I'll fleet warp you, I guess. Make sure you don't engage anything. Engagements on CC outside of I think this system or even the combat plexes is mutual only. So it has to be mutually agreed upon engagements. You can't just gank people and shoot them in CC. You're not supposed to, at least. Everyone get to the JGAMP gate if you missed the warp, please. I have, let me see who I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got everybody, it looks like. Is anybody not here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, cool. Everyone take the gate. Okay, cool. Now I want decloak. Where's my, don't I have a battle cruiser with me or something? Okay, Zenshin, can you warp to the ESS? There's the ESS, right?
Yep.
Can you warp the ESS at 100, please? Only Zenshin. Zenshin warp to the ESS at 100. All right, now everyone else is going to take this warp to the ESS at 0. Bear with me, we're going to go over this procedurally, step at a time. I don't know who has Booshing experience. Anyone in here have Booshing experience? Are they already good at it? Nobody? Anybody?
Started a little bit only.
Okay. Has anyone never done a boosh before? Nobody? Everyone's done a boosh before?
I've never done one.
Okay. Cool. All right, let me see. There he is. Okay. So now what we're going to do is just real quick to perform a boosh, we're going to take turns booshing at Zenshin, right? Now, the people that can't boosh, Canis and Caracal, I'm going to talk about some things first. So say we're going to the ESS, and some of y'all have seen me do this. So like we've done this in Standing Together, some of us, right? So if you land, if we're going to take engagement on ESS, you know, Brutix Navy reported in JGAMP on the ESS. All right, I'm bringing my boosher, guys. I'm bringing my boosher. Cool. Great. We're on our way. When you get in the system, right, the first thing you can do is going to say, hey, I'm Murda Mike, letters in fleet, I'm your boosher. When we land on ESS, anchor on Murda Mike, keep it range 500. 1,500. I like 500 because it forces the game to attempt to keep the ship even closer, right? So you'll put letters in fleet, you'll state that you are a boosher, and you'll instruct everyone to anchor on you the second you land, right? So who's going to go first? Kara, you're first. Kara, put letters in fleet and say that you're the boosher.
I'm the busher.
All right, so Kyle and Canis, keep it, right-click Kara, add to watch list.
Okay.
Don't move yet, Kara. All right, and then right-click, keep it range 500. Only Stork, don't be in range. Maximus, don't be in range. Come back. So, yep, you two keep in range. Now, Kara, start approaching the Brutix. Right-click approach. Brutix, start moving away. No prop mod for right now.
I'm faster than the Brutix anyway.
Yep. Zenshin, start moving away, please.
I'm working on it, sorry.
Okay, Zenshin is now moving away. Okay, so now here's the responsibility of Kara right now. Kara, your responsibility is to be aligned towards the Brutix, right? In this basic scenario.
Yes.
Your other secondary responsibility is to evaluate the grid and make sure that you have enough people with you within 6,000 meters to pull off the boosh and be able to kill the target so that all of you don't die, right?
I have only Karakara.
Yep, that's fine. In this scenario, this is enough. So you are making sure that you have enough people within 6,000 meters. Canis and Kyle, your job is to make sure that you're within 6,000 meters of the boosher. Always keep it range, never use approach. The reason why is because you never want to bump the boosher. Bumping the boosher will fuck everything up. You'll end up booshing off in some random direction, possibly even away from the target. So it's critical to never bump the boosher, right?
Okay.
Another critical thing is to manage MWD, and this can be crazy, especially if you're multi-boxing, but the boosher, Kara, it is critical that you gauge, based off your judgment, when to turn off your MWD to let your game catch up, and then perform the boosh so that you land as close to 0 as possible. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Once you execute the boosh module by pressing it, you lose control of your ship. You can no longer turn. You can't do anything to slow your ship down, right? So if you execute the boosh while MWD is on and you burn out of the range of your friendlies, you will boosh yourself and no one else. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right. Now, what's your range to the Brutix?
97.
All right, go ahead and execute the boosh.
Booshing.
That's pretty damn good, right? Right on top of them. Now you can tackle them and blap them, right? We're going really basic right now. You scram. Good job. So in an actual fight, what you'll have to do is look at the blue arrow of the Brutix, right? When you really get skilled at booshing, instead of approaching, everyone else will be keeping at range of you. In the Bushu pilot, you'll be looking at the blue arrow of the enemy and trying to click ahead of that blue arrow and intercept him with your boosh, so that by the time the boosh is performed, you'll land. You won't be landing where he was. You'll be landing out in front where he's gonna be, and he'll end up running straight into the fleet that booshed in his direction. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, turn your no. All right, keep on going, Brutix, and turn your prop mod on. All right, Maximus, you ready? Maximus, you there? Okay, cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna keep it at range on you. I'm about to get up on top of you. Brutix prop mod on, and Maximus start approaching him. Don't turn your prop mod on yet. And keep that trajectory you're moving, Zinshin. All right, now, Maximus, I want you to double click up and intersect his blue line, the Brutix, okay? Prop mod on.
Got it.
Quick, he's getting out of range. So double click up out in front of the Brutix, intersect his blue line. Prop mod on. All right, now I want you to tell me when you're out, your blue line's out in front. You've double clicked out in front of him, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay, now we don't need a double. Hey, Brutix, turn up and burn away from us a little bit. Turn off your prop mod, Stort. Sorry, the Brutix is slow. Brutix, burn away from us some.
I'm burning.
Yep. So what we're going to do right now, Maximus is a double boosh, right? The way we're going to perform this, we're going to let him get close to 200 kilometers away, if he can. Actually, you should probably turn around some, like not burning towards him anymore. Just like level out, turn to the right. So the way we're going to do this is you are going to count down 3, 2, 1, right? You hear me, Maximus?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, you're going to count out 3, 2, 1. When you say 3, you're going to activate your boosh module. When you say 2, I'm going to activate my boosh module, and then you'll still count to 1, right? 3, 2, 1. So now I want you to point up at him and intersect his blue line out in front of him, quick. No prop mod. The second you feel like you're going to intersect him, I want you to start counting down right now.
3, 2, 1.
Boom, look at that. We're 11 kilometers from him. Point range. Does that make sense? He's pointed. I just got point on him. That's called a double boosh. The guys that weren't a part of that, do you understand the concept? And did you see it on the Twitch screen?
Yeah, so
So the critical point in here is that the head boosher is intersecting his blue line by double clicking out in front of the blue line, anticipating the time of his boosh, how long that cycle takes, and where that enemy is going to be by the time the cycle is done. And then the countdown is critical. So it doesn't matter if you have 1, 2, or 3 booshers. If you have 3 booshers, head guy's 3, second guy's 2, third guy's 1. So and on each number, someone should be clicking a boosh. If you have 6 booshers, you count from 6 to 1. Head guys 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you'll have to quickly designate who's what number, right? Takes a little bit of organization, and the more boosters you have, the harder it is, right? All right, so now we're gonna go, we're gonna warp back. I'm gonna warp this somewhere, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna pull out a max boost using all the booster pilots we have.
I just want to confirm one thing.
Go ahead.
Does every push have to execute on a different server tick? That's why you are counting down?
Yeah, you're doing the countdown so that the booshes are staggered.
Would it work if we executed them at the very same moment?
I don't know. I've never tried it, but the way you want to do it is to stagger them using the 1 second counts. That's the tried, true, and effective way to do it. I'm not sure if 2 boost modules boost at the exact same time, does it cancel them out? I just know that the way, even if it did work, it's disorganized. So the countdown method is a way to ensure full organization and that everything goes off right. You know what I mean?
Yep. Makes sense.
All right. So right now, how many boosters we got? We got 3. Okay. So here's the scenario. We have a nano gang on the ESS. We have a scout there. The scout is reporting that they're 250 off and burning away. I'm the anchor. Murda Mike is. Hey guys, I got a booster. When we land on the ESS, anchor up on me. Keep it range 500. Everyone right now should be right-clicking Murda Mike and adding him to watch list. When we land, the first thing you guys are going to do immediately is right-click Murda Mike in your watch list and keep it range 500. No prop mods. All right?
Right.
We're about to go in here and get these fuckers. We're warping to 0 because they're 300 off. And it's actually would have been better to align everybody first, but it's all good. All right, guys, anchor up, anchor up, anchor up. The second you land, anchor up, quick, quick, quick. No prop mods, no prop mods. Anchor up on Murda Mike, keep it range 500. Quick, quick, quick. All right. Kara, you're 2. Stork, you're 1. Maximus, you're 1. Kara, you're 2. 3,
Confirm.
2, 1. Now look at our range. Something didn't work.
Something did not work.
So I'm assuming someone clicked the module at the same
I
time.
think I clicked too late.
Yeah, so see what I mean? That's why the staggering is important. That answers your question right there. I think you and Maximus, one of y'all's got canceled because you clicked at the same time. But we did make it 200, so we did effectively perform a double boosh. Right, now we'll warp back and we'll try again. I know it's tedious, but I'm just trying to teach you guys effectively. You know what I mean? I hope you guys enjoy
It's
it.
required.
I mean, definitely, I will do it 50 more times to make it perfect.
And I'm warping us away. So you get the concept, though. You see, like in the more refined, and I think some of you may have seen like us LaFam guys do this in standing. We've done doubles and triple booshes on ESS quite a bit, and that's how we do it. We do the countdown. We try to yell at people as much as we can to get them all clumped up together on the boosher, and then we boosh. And like the most critical thing, which the standing guys, the new bros, they'll fuck it up, is to not bump the boosher. Because even if you bump one of the boosters, if you bump any booster, you'll throw the whole set off. Because the 2 boosters are anchored up on me. They have to be pointing in the same direction I am. And if at any point one of them gets booshed, when their boost goes off, they'll boost in the wrong direction. Does that make sense? That's why the keep it range is very important. And it's why it's extremely important to, if no prop mods are called, don't have your prop mod on. Because if your prop mod's on, you'll end up bumping somebody. And normally on a quick boosh like this, on an ESS boosh, it's intel, so we should already know the range, and our goal is to go in there and immediately boosh, so there should never really be prop mods called. Another issue why prop mods are a bad deal on an ESS boosh is because normally the command desis go a lot faster than the support ships that are coming to do the actual killing. Make sense?
Yeah.
On a regular
Run away.
grid, it's not that big of a deal because if we're say on a regular grid outside the ESS, like not fucking with the ESS, once we do a boosh, even if we miss some people, if we're doing like a 300 kilometer boosh, then whoever we missed should be able to warp straight to the boosher that's next to the target that has them tackled. So on that type of grid, it's not as important. The bumping is extremely important, but having everyone together is not that important because as long as you get the booshers over to the gang and they have tackle, they can go ahead and scram and point shit, and the standing feet can immediately warp to the booshers and get right on top of the gang and spread points. You know what I mean? So the most complex scenario is going to be the ESS, and the rest is kind of cake. If you master the ESS, the rest is fucking cake because everyone can warp to you. All right, again, Murda Mike's the anchor. We got an enemy gang 300 approaching 300K off the ESS. Guys, when we get on ESS, everyone anchor up immediately on Murda Mike. Keep range 500, no prop mods. Don't forget, no prop mods. Anchor up, anchor up, anchor up. The second you land on Murda Mike, keep range 500. Anchor up, anchor up, anchor up. Let's go, go, go. Links up. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Carrier 2. Max, you're 1. I'm fucking up a little bit. You guys getting far away. Slowing down. Another thing you have to do is throttle. I just throttled my speed because I lost the Brutix. Come on, Brutix. Let's go, go, go. All right, they're getting about 300 away. I might have to go without the Brutix. Slowing down some. Brutix prop mod on 1 cycle. Quick, quick, quick. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Alignment broken.
Sorry. We'll see what happens.
Broken.
Do it. How far are we from the gate? 200 again. I don't know what's going on.
I pushed late because we were aligned in completely different directions. So
Yeah, you got bumped, right?
yeah.
All right, at least we saw the bump, though. It's tricky. 2 is easy, 3 is harder, and the more you add, the harder it is. We'll do it one more time and try to get that 300.
What about the ship conversation when you have slow ships that is, slow to align and keep up?
Yeah, so the good thing this time, what we'll do is we'll pre-align to the ESS because I forgot again. Pre-aligning to the ESS really helps that. Hold on. Oops, I wrote the wrong thing. So pre-alignment to the ESS solves a bunch of the problems. After that, throttling your speed. So the lead boosher needs to throttle down his speed, maybe to half speed, because all you're trying to do is align and keep everyone within 6,000. You're not trying to move fast at them. You're not trying to do shit.
Okay.
You're just trying to get pointed at them, get all your other boosters pointed at them, and then make sure that your gang is within 6,000. Your throttled speed will throttle all the keep it range people's speed naturally because of the game dynamic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so the alignment is the most important.
Yeah, that's all that matters really. All right, so everyone align to the ESS, align to the ESS. Again, Murda Mike's your anchor. When you land, anchor, keep it range 500.
We get 1 minute delay.
Oh yeah, we got to wait for it. Just hold alignment. We got 50 seconds on our boost cycle. Any questions while we wait?
Yeah, so you can push enemy pilots the same way.
Yeah, you can boost pilots. We're going to do that next. I'm going to teach you guys a couple of things about boosting enemies off. It's very critical. When you're fighting inside or on a wormhole, it's super, super important. And when you are in trouble on a grid, there's a lot of things that a boosher could do to help the fight. And I'll go over that next. And our Brutus is going to be the unlucky soul that gets targeted on that. All right, everyone take this warp to the ESS. When you guys land, anchor up on Murda Mike, keep it range 500. Kara, you're 2. Maximus, you're 1. Remember, the second I say the number is when you hit Boosh. Anchor up on Murda Mike 500. Anchor up on Murda Mike 500. All right, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. I can tell just by the animation.
Yep. You can actually see their timing.
Oh man, the
What?
it's still not. I don't know what's going on. It never happens in Trank. I actually don't know what's happening.
Maybe try counting slower. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Do we need a 4 before that so people are ready on 3?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, normally we do perfectly fine with 3, 2, 1. I could be counting too fast, but you guys get the point. We'll do it one more time because I want to get 300 kilometers from this motherfucking gate. But that was a lot better with the align. See how the pre-alignment to the ESS helped a lot? And then I don't know if you noticed, I throttled my speed to half and was hovering over the Brutix, checking his range, right? I don't know if you noticed that on the Twitch screen, but that's what I was doing.
I was not really looking at the stream.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But that's when I landed on grid. I aligned towards the make-believe enemies. I throttled my speed to half speed, and then I looked back and hovered over the Brutix to check his range because he's the slowest ship. And then this third thing I did was look at my boosters, making sure they were pointing in my direction. And once I established that the boosters were pointing in the direction and that the Brutix was still in range, I saw the range lengthening from the Brutix, and I called for the boost to make sure we caught it in time so the Brutix was still in range to catch it. Does that make sense? So that's kind of like a step-through process of what the head booster needs to be paying attention to and doing when he's on grid. Now we're going to wait down the cycle time. This time I'm going to count slower. Make sure you only press it when I say your number. Again, Kara is 2, Maximus is 1. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't work, we'll tweak it again. There'll be more classes, but we will move on to the next thing, which is booshing enemies off.
My very first successful bush yesterday was bushing off someone from the gate.
Yes. All right, guys. Boosters, is your time done? Cycle time?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Take this warp. When the fleet lands, anchor on Murda Mike 500. No prop mod. Anchor up on Murda Mike. All right. 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. 300. That was a problem. I was counting too fast. Sorry. Everyone learns in my classes, even the teacher.
Also good that you added 4 because I knew what is the delay between the countdown.
Right.
Yeah, I like it. That's good. I just learned something new. I like it. It's more efficient. But now you see we're over 300 away. So we just performed a triple boosh. This shit right here will piss the fuck out of wormholers and nano gangs and generate massive mounds of salt and loot on the ESS.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
They'll be pretty upset. And the key here is the efficiency, right? The faster you can perform the maneuver, right? So a good nano gang or wormhole gang will be on the lookout for command desis. This naturally, any good PvPer that leads a fleet, like myself and other FCs, Stratop is a little different, but I'm talking about small gang FCs. They look on their overview for command desis. It's an important piece of information. So we may get on grid and they're like, oh fuck, command desis. But if we pull off that boosh within the first 5 or 10 seconds of landing, it don't matter if they notice it because they're still aligning. We take the boosh, the second we land, we start locking random targets, spreading points. Okay, a Vedmak and a Jag warp off, but guess what? We tackled an Icky Tursa and 2 Omen Navies and frickin' a Drekovac. So they're stuck. Whatever else is not tackled has to either commit to that fight or leave their friendlies behind and let the games begin. Does that make sense? So even though they can counter the booshes by warping off, if you're fast enough and surprise them, they won't be able to get everything off. All right, so now what we're going to do is first I'm going to simulate a wormhole, right? So Brutix warp to the J-Gamp gate at 0. Right now, what I want you guys, everyone else is going to stay on the ESS. I'm going to leave. I want you guys to watch the stream so I can explain some stuff. So a couple things happen on a wormhole, right? So normally there's bait. And wormholes are very spicy and dangerous to fight on. But normally there'll be a praxis or something baiting on the hole at 0 so that they can aggress at will and jump back through the hole, right? There may even be, and we've done this in standing to great success, there may even already be a response on the other side of the hole. But with the boosher, who gives a fuck? Why? Because I'm going to go over there and boosh his ass 100 off the wormhole. Then the fleet will warp to me, and now we have a target blobbed 100 kilometers off of that wormhole. Oh, whoop-de-doo, they warped a little Vargas in. Who cares? We'll keep scram with a small target orbiting that ship, right? And point on that ship. The rest of the gang can burn away from the hole to their optimals of the praxis. So now maybe the main fist of the gang is 130 off the hole. Yeah, that Varg can shoot pretty far, but he's now shooting out at 130 instead of within his optimal, right? And we burn that praxis down, or that bling thing we boosted off the hole down, and we warp off, right? Another way in which this works is on a spicy grid, which we've done back before everybody in freaking Eve was blue to us. I used to take guys down to Shadow Ultimatum space, and we fought slow children at play and different people at certain times. One time we engaged a chunky fleet. It was about 3 Hurricanes, a Hugin, a Curse, a Lachesis, and some other stuff. Blapped the entire freaking gang, right? Well, they tried to bait us with a golem. My man Yu, who's in Brave Empire, boosted the golem 100 kilometers off the gate. Golem can no longer effectively engage us, right? And it forced the enemy gang that was trying to bait us on the other side of the gate to jump gate and engage us on our terms, because of course their golem was in trouble. The golem ended up having to sit scrammed out at 100 kilometers by a ship he couldn't kill, watching us blap his entire fleet. We killed his entire fleet, left him there, and came back home with grins on our face, right? That's the power of a boosh on a grid. So now watch this screen. I'm at the ANSI, okay? and I'm going to go into the ANSI at 30. And I'm doing this to show you how to manage your speed. So be watching the stream. Got my links up for speed and everything. Oh, he's on it. Okay. There he is. He's at 30 kilometers. Approaching. Locking up. Pointing. Prop mod on. Watching the range. When I get about prop mod off, activate the boosh. Fucked it up a little bit. I bounced. That's good for me. Bam. Got him with me. Oh, didn't get him. I don't know what happened. I'll do it again. I think the structure messed me up there. Hey, can you warp to the J-Gamp gate actually at range, like maybe 30, please?
Going.
I'll do it again. I think the structure interfered with the boost.
What
Go ahead.
what gate we are in, Jake?
No, you're on the ANSI. I want you on the J-Gamp gate.
Okay, I warp to the ANSI also.
I want the Brutix to go to the J-Gamp gate.
Well, we are in J-Gap.
I'm sorry. MTACO. I'm sorry. I'll broadcast it.
At 30?
Yep, at 30.
All right.
Now, I know that didn't go well, but did you see how, and the range is right, I just think the structure did something to the boost. So did you see how when I was approaching, right, I locked him up, I pointed him, I approached, right, and when I got sub 20, I turned my prop mod off and activated my boost because my velocity was going to carry me into range, into boost range. Does that make sense? If you don't time that right, the deactivation of my MWD and the activation of your boost, you will overshoot the target and you will not boost them because it will be out of range. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, Brutix, what's your range to the gate?
30?
All right, cool. I'm gonna warp around. I'm gonna warp there and just hold until my boost runs out, and then I'm gonna try to attempt this again, and then I'll let you guys take turns attempting to boost them. Make sure you're watching the stream. Seconds until my timer's out. And you can see it's complex. I do this a lot, and it's complex. You know, you're not always successful, but when you are, it's worth it. All right, here we go. What I'm about to do is approach the Brutix, prop mod on, and I'm gonna time my deactivation of prop mod with my boost activation and try to catch him perfectly. The reason why this is important is because you're trying to beat his lock time and his scram and everything else. Oh, fucked it up again. Yep, see? All right, somebody else come in and try. I bumped him that time.
Okay.
One thing here, let me tell you something. I'm sorry, because there's one thing I forgot about, because it doesn't matter when you're trying to boost something off or provide a warping. Warp at 70, and instead of approaching him, orbit him. Right-click orbit. So prop mod on, right-click orbit. Turn your prop mod off when you're sub 20 and activate your boost. Go ahead.
Far away. Oh, I got him.
No, you didn't.
No, hit.
Did he scram you?
No, but when the animation jumped me, he was like 4,000 away from me only.
Okay. Next booster, come in. We'll keep practicing until we get it.
Warp drive active.
All right, this time turn it off around 15 and activate. Remember, right click orbit. Where's your boosh? You missed it. You can't do it like that because you'll go past them. I'll go back in. So remember, once you the orbit is just to not bump, but once you activate your boosh, your ship no longer can control itself. So right there, Maximus, you activated it too late, and that's why you missed a boosh because you overshot him. Make sense?
It's 6 or 7 seconds for the activation.
Mm-hmm. It's okay though. This is spear fishing. It's actually quite complex and difficult, so it's going to be hard to do, even for someone who does it. So it's good practice, right?
Yeah, but at what range do you have to be by the
6,000.
Brutic?
The Brutix has to be within 6,000 meters. It's very tight range.
Check your max speed and multiply it by 7, and that's how far you have to be to activate to not miss him.
That's true. That's true. All right, I'm gonna go in.
Warp drive active.
Now, of course, you could always warp to the target. I'm just making it more difficult by causing you to actually have to do a couple more things. All right, here I go. I got him that time. There it is. So I deactivated around, I don't know if you're watching stream, around like 20. About 20K, I deactivated MWD, and about 2 or 3 kilometers later, I activated my boosh. Make sense?
Perfect.
Okay, so y'all want to run the 2 guys? I ain't going to run it at all. The guys with boosters, Kara and Max, do y'all want to keep practicing this?
Yeah, I'll do 1 or 2.
Okay. So just burn back to the gate or ping off Brutix.
Right.
And everyone else can be around the gate. You can go after any target you want on the gate.
There are other targets that I can practice on.
Yep. Go to whatever target you want. See Kara coming in. I'm trying to crash. Shit. I'm still aggressive. I'm trying to break aggression. I'm trying to jump. Fuck. God dang it. Just lost my damn ship because of Kara. He's got me. He's tackling me now. I'm trying to line. Get off. Fuck. I'm tackled. I'm scrammed. And I'm dead.
Ugh, I have a scram. I thought I have a point.
Scram is
So
okay. You just cannot.
No.
Go ahead.
I scrammed that Brutix the first time.
Yeah, I
because
noticed
thought
that.
I have a point.
That's why I asked you that, because I noticed a tackle happening, and I figured you scrammed the Brutix. You probably would have got him if you wouldn't have done that. Now, scram on a command desi is good. I typically like point. It's actually, I've been thinking about changing because I backpack a lot. We'll talk about that a little bit. But the point's good because it's a long range, especially with the interdiction mod. Look at my screen, my Twitch. So I got my boost on. My range is 30 kilometers cold, and it's 35 hot. So on your approach, you can pre-lock the target and go ahead and point him. If you have point, not scram, after the boosh, he'll still be locked and still be pointed. So you can get the tackle and the boosh off all at the same time, and when you guys land after the boosh, the target will still be tackled, ready for the warp-in. Does that make sense?
Yep.
That's with point. Now with scram, you cannot do that because scram stop booshes. If they scram you, it kills your boosh. if a friendly scrams the guy you're trying to boosh, he will not boosh. So scrams will stop boosh whether they're on the boosher or the target trying to be booshed. Make sense?
Yes.
Let's see if Maximus can pull this boosh off. Looks like you. What happened, Maximus?
Never mind my
Cycle time.
Cycle.
Yeah. So like you may want to come in at range on a wormhole because they're going to be ready to scram, right? So in a wormhole, like me, Max, and Kara might go in together, and all of us crash the target and boosh, right? And whoever doesn't get scram will successfully pull off the boosh. And the concept there is to overwhelm the enemy's scram ability with multiple booshers, so that hopefully one lands and gets the boosh off. Does that make sense? So they might only have one fast tackle, and the ship itself has a scram on it. We're praying that. So if there's a fast tackle there, it's kind of hard because he can always just scram his friend. But if it's just him, two booshers should be able to boosh him off no matter what because he can only scram one target. Does that make sense? You guys following?
The first busher like bushes the tackle, and the other one bushes the actual target. Yeah?
That could be a thing. Like that would be very complex. But if you could stagger the booshes to where, so maybe a 2 or 3 second interval. So like the boosh lands on that fast tackle first, so that you boosh him off and it breaks the scram on his friendly, and then 2 seconds later, timed right, the second boosher booshes off the Varga or whatever. That would work for sure. So remember, guys, the point of this can help you boost a target off a wormhole, or you can boost like a Marauder. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. All right, I think I'm back. So you can boost a target off a wormhole or off a gate. And it's up to you to know like what's important to boost off the grid. So if we're fighting and doing well, and an enemy paladin warps on grid, and you're a booster pilot, one of the coolest things you could do is immediately crash that paladin and boost him off the grid, right? Giving your team critical seconds to decide to get off grid or at least be outside of that paladin is optimal. Does that make sense?
Yep, definitely.
Cool. So that pretty much covers the basic Booshing class I want to do. I don't want it to just go too long. At this point, I want to open up the class to questions. So feel free to ask any questions you have.
I know that besides ships you can push drones and probes. Can you push something like anchored bubbles?
I'm not sure about anchored bubbles. I know you can boost the bubbles from like sabers. So if a interdictor ship drops a bubble, you can boost that off the grid, which is a really good way to save. Like if one of our guys X'd up in fleet and is in trouble and he's bubbled as well, you can go in and boost that bubble off for him. But you have to make sure that the bubble's within 6,000. He's not. Otherwise, you'll take him with you and he'll still be bubbled and just further off the grid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can boost damn near anything. So same scenario. Friendly Kronos is tackled. You happen to be in a command desi. You could just warp in and boost the fast tackle off. You know, maybe a Loki's decloaked and on him. He could even be, or something like that is on him. You could just go in and boost that target up off of him, so that it breaks tackle on the Kronos, and with a little bit of coordination, the Kronos could be pre-aligned. You could be like, "Hey, Kronos, I'm coming to save you. I need you to pre-align to the Keep Star." All right, confirmed. I'm pre-aligning right now. I'm aligned. Good. You warp onto the grid, crash that fucking Loki, or whatever the fuck. Kronos is a bad example. Say Ishtar, and you boost the enemy off the Ishtar, immediately breaking his tackle because he's over 100 kilometers away from the Ishtar now. Ishtar can immediately warp because he's pre-aligned, and then your job is to try to survive and get off the grid. So you'll be wanting to warp the second you execute the boosh. You'll be wanting to try to warp off grid with your MWD on and all that. Once you complete the boosh and you take the enemy with you, immediately turn on your MWD, pop your links, burn away and activate warp. That way, even if he tackles you, you have the ability, if your prop's overheated, to maybe coast out of the tackle range if you get tackled and still warp off grid. Make sense? Guys following that?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Okay, cool. Now at this point, so this part of the class is done. We can go back to Trank, or we could hop into some ships and we could fight each other. What do y'all want to do? Anyone interested in skirmishing?
Well,